In this video, we take on Finley, coach of the Toronto Tepigs, who also happens to be rank 1 in the league. Will our air balloon Sandy Shocks be enough to float us to victory? This is SPDA Week 6. Okay, here we are with Week 6, is it, of the SPDA. We're going against Finley, who I think might be ranked number 1 in the league so far, and he has an insane team. The Muck and Golem were things that I expected to come, especially with like Archaladon. The Muck is a Terra Captain. I think the Golem is too. The Meowscarada is a surprise. We were surprised by the lack of Meowscarada. The most common leads, I think, are the Iron Bundle, the Dawn Fan, or the Araquanid. My original plan has always been to lead with the with our Sneasler and just switch out. Heatran, also not coming, is also a surprise. That is interesting. So let's make sure that, oh, I just closed my team builder. That's not good. Let's just make sure that I write down everything that he has brought so we don't keep track. So we do see the Iron Bundle. Oh, and no Meloetta. Oh my gosh, the things that I was like really concerned about are not even here. So no Dawn Fan. No, he has no Salamence either. The Araquanid is going to be a problem. We see the Muck and we see the Golem. And let's make sure we hit done. Great. Good luck, have fun to Finley. And this is going to be a hard match. I know he's a very good player. But let's see what we're able to do against him. Oh, so he has the Golem on his trainer card too, so that's gonna be scary. So Lacey comes out, which is the Araquanid. So excuse me, sorry, still getting over that cold. So Araquanid is here. It's gonna set up the sticky web, which we do not love, but we are gonna be able to just. The plan has always been to U-turn out on this, so we're just gonna U-turn out on this. And so that does a good chunk, and we'll be able to go out into our Archaladon, which has always been the plan. The Golem, let me just look at what the Golem can terrestrialize. The Golem can tear into a ground fighting. Oh, goes for liquidation. That does do, honestly, for Archaladon, I feel like that did a lot. It can tear into a ground fighting or steel. Let's look at our how much damage we can do to an Araquanid after being +1. It doesn't look like he's too physically defensive based off of the damage with the Sneasler. So Araquanid, we are +1 defense now. Not doing too much. Golem, if Golem wants to come out, Earthquake would do half. If it's Terra Ground too, Terra Ground Earthquake would do 75%, would do so much. So I think expecting the Golem to come out, I don't think it wants to take like an Electro Shot or anything. Should we Draco? How much does Draco do to Araquanid? Draco Meteor does 50%. We're gonna body press, expecting the Golem to come out. Maybe Flash Cannon was actually the better play. So locks. Ooh, the Dawn Fan comes out. We go for body press. It doesn't do too much, and that also does not reveal any sort of choice band. I mean, Rocky Helmet or anything. Our Dawn Fan answer. Let me look at my doc again. Our Dawn Fan answer was our Moltres. So let's go into our Moltres. Maybe we'll be able to get a Will-O-Wisp off on something. He didn't bring any. He didn't bring Heatran, so he doesn't have any fire types. So Will-O-Wisp is free. He'll probably go for his rocks here, and rocks will definitely be here to stay. There was no. I didn't bring any hazard removal. I have not learned my lesson from the time that Nova beat me with the hazard stack and the toxic spikes and everything. But so we go into the Phoenix King here. And the Dawn Fan probably going to go for rocks or goes for knock off. So knocks off our... Oh, and we get the Flame Body Burn, which is awesome. So we didn't even need to go for Will-O-Wisp there. We are going to... I think we should just go for damage here. Araquanid might come out again. Um, and against our Moltres, Flamethrower isn't really doing anything. We do have Scorching Sands, and against the Dawn Fan, what is this doing against Dawn Fan if he just wants to sack this off and go for his rocks? Against Dawn Fan, we're doing about half. So I think that our safest bet is to go for that Flamethrower. So we're going to go for the Flamethrower. He stays in. Flamethrower against the Dawn Fan. That didn't really do anything. Goes for Smackdown. So now we're Smackdown. We lost our flying type. And so it is burned. So Dawn Fan with Smackdown. He'll probably go for an Earthquake next, right? So Earthquake. I don't know how to put Smackdown on the let me put Gravity. Let me say Gravity. So Earthquake, but he is burned. Burned Earthquake does about 30% to us, so I think I'm just gonna Roost here. I don't see it doing too much. Let's go for a Roost, see what he wants to go for. So, oh, he's gonna switch out anyway. We go for a Roost, we're able to get our health back. He goes into Lacy, which is that Araquanid again. So we Roost. Do we outspeed the Araquanid? We're base 90. Araquanid is base 92. So we are free to... we didn't even bring U-turn, actually. Okay, so he's going to get his... he's going to be able to get his... What is it? His... Oh my god, why am I blanking on the word? He's going to be able to get his sticky webs up here. That's what I'm expecting him to go for. Unless he was banded. Did that? Maybe that's why that did so much, because it showed us like banded damage. So he goes for Liquidation again, just really tearing into our Chaladon. We get the stamina boost, and Dawn Fan is going to be able to come out again against the Archaladon, and Draco Meteor does a lot, Flash Cannon does a lot. I think we're just gonna go for a... because we don't take 2 here. We don't take 2. And do we outspeed Dawn Fan? We should outspeed Dawn Fan. So I'm okay going for... Again, oh, I'm losing my mind because I want to go for an Electro Shot and get a boost off. But if he goes for damage, we go for Electro Shot, and then he switches into Dawn Fan. We're not in great shape. So against the Araquanid, we're gonna go for Electro Shot. We're gonna see what it does. I think, oh, he withdraws. Okay, so he withdraws. What does he withdraw into? Into the Loxodonta. So he goes into the Dawn Fan again. Dawn Fan is burned, so it's not going to do too much damage. He sees us go for the Electro Shot. Dawn Fan, burned, not healthy, it's burned. Earthquakes still does like 36 to us. We're not going to be able to pick anything. He's going to be able to go for Earthquakes. We are +1, so that helps. +1 does about 24% to us. So after this, we'll be able to go for a Flash Cannon and knock it out. There's no reason for him to switch out here because Electro Shot, being a 2-turn move, allows him to stay in and freely go for something. If he wants to go for his rocks, he could wrap. The best thing for him to do would be to Rapid Spin so that he could be +1, and then he would outspeed me because we don't have any speed investment. And then, so we go for Electro Shot, does not affect it. He goes for Earthquake, and now we're +2, so +2 at 130 HP. Let me just make sure we're calculating this. So +2, 130 HP. We're also +1 special attack. So Flash Cannon should be able to take it out. So we're gonna Flash Cannon, and hopefully down goes the Dawn Fan. What would want to take a Flash Cannon? Oh, I'm literally throwing this away because I forgot this is our Iron Bundle check as well. So there that goes. We might be able to save this. We might be able to take 1 hit from Iron Bundle as we go, but let me just make sure I write down that KO. So our Chaladon KOs Dawn Fan with what's this? It's the steel move. I'm literally forgetting the name. with Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon. So, ooh, okay. So this is screaming choice specs to me. So Iron Bundle, choice specs, ice. Okay, choice specs. We didn't see the booster. Choice specs. Choice specs does. We're at 34%. Choice specs does 35% to us. Against an ice beam. Does anything want to take an ice beam? Nothing really wants to take an ice beam. So I think we're going to let this go down, actually. So we're going to... Body Press does KO it. So hopefully it goes for like a surf or something. It goes for ice beam. That takes us out for sure. Yep. But it is choice. That does reveal that it is choice specs to us. So let's just write that down. Iron Bundle KOs Archaludon with Ice Beam. Oh wait, now that we know it's choice specs, let's put this back at 100% for our health, and let's see what can take it out. So will our Sneasler close combat takes it out. So I'm okay going into Sneasler and going for close combat. Is there anything that really wants to take a close combat? Maybe the Wheezing, if anything. So let's go in and we're gonna go for a close combat. So he does withdraw, smart move for him. We are switching, he switches his Esmeralda, which is the Muck. Okay, so the Muck, we go for close combat. It does barely anything. Oh my gosh. So what is our check for Muck? Nothing. Oh my god. So this Muck is about to sweep and go crazy. Let's go into our Toph and have that be our Muck check, just so we'll be able to see what it wants to go for. Because if it's Terra Flying, we can go for a Thunderbolt. If it's Terra Dark, we kind of miss out on like super effective moves. We'll be able to switch back into Sneasler for a close combat. But based off of the look of that, it seems physically defensive, and so we're bringing especially defensive Mon in to take it. So we're on our air balloon. It goes for Toxic. So we see the Toxic. Go to put our iron, not our iron. Is it iron? Our Sandy Shocks on a timer. Wheezing could be Levitate. I don't see any reason why it's not Levitate. But we are going to go for a... I don't think this stays in. I really don't think this stays in. Can we take an Ice Punch from a Muck? We might be able to take one Ice Punch from the Muck. So Ice Punch onto our Sandy Shocks. We can take 3 almost. So just to be safe, we're going to go for a Thunderbolt. So he does switch out. What does he switch out into? He switches out into the Lacey, which is the Araquanid. So we are going to be able to take out the Araquanid based off of... Oh my god, that barely did anything. Does this thing learn Aqua Jet? It does not learn Aqua Jet. It's not in Custap range, so we should be able to go for another Thunderbolt. Maybe it has Endure. Nope, it does not. So we go for Thunderbolt. That takes out the Araquanid. So Sandy Shocks KOs Araquanid with Thunderbolt. So the next thing to come out would probably be, I'd probably send out the Iron Bundle again. Courtney, which is the Iron Bundle. Yep. So Iron Bundle comes out. Azumarill might have to be what we go for. Just because there's nothing really left that the things that the Azumarill came to check did not come to the game. So Azumarill might have to come, and Sandy Shocks versus Iron Bundle. It's choice specs, Hydro Pump KOs, everything KOs. Go-Go can take some stuff. Moltres also can. Azumarill does not want to take a freeze dry. So if he goes for freeze dry, then we can go into our Sneasler for sure. But freeze dry would take it out. So we're gonna go into our Go-Go and see what he wants to go for. Is it common to run both freeze dry and ice beam on an iron bundle? Because I am not aware of that specifically. So we are max HP, max special attack. Okay, so he does have both that and freeze dry. So we are Go-Go against the iron bundle. We are gonna go for a Horn Leech. This should not KO us. So we're gonna go for a Horn Leech. He might expect us to be like Terra Ground or something. We're also Terra Fairy. Terra Fairy would be good, but I was really worried about the Muck. So we are gonna go for a Horn Leech. Muck is probably gonna come out. So Stuart comes out, which is the Wheezing. So the Wheezing comes out, neutralizing gas is happening. We go for a Horn Leech. We get a little bit of health back. Crit. So not much happened. We should Terra Water here and Wheezing with neutralizing gas. Wheezing Galar. Say it's defensive against our Kyoshi. Earthquake does 32. It could burn us though, and we don't want to be burned. So we're gonna go into our Moltres because we did bring Scorching Sand. So we're gonna go into our Moltres so that we don't get burned on the Will-O-Wisp. Sneasler did come to handle the Wheezing, but just in case that Will-O-Wisp comes, Overheat. Perfect. So the Overheat comes out, does nothing to our Moltres, our Phoenix King. And it is Eject Pack. That is interesting. Eject Pack is very interesting. So neutralizing gas, the effects wears off. He probably goes back into bundle, honestly. So Thom, what is Thom? So Thom comes out. Thom can be ground fighting or steel type. So in that case, I think this is where we go into our Azumarill. So we're going to our Azumarill. I really don't know anything about Golem. I just saw its type and was like, this is probably going to be annoying. So Azumarill, Earthquake does half, which is kind of crazy. Like, straight up Earthquake just does half of its max attack Adamant. I don't know if that's what he's running. 120 base attack on this thing is great. Goes for Rock Slide, which does a lot. Okay, so then we get our leftovers. I don't know if it wants to stay in. If it does want to stay in, let's see what it has left. Did Dawn Fan? Did we KO the Dawn Fan? I honestly don't remember. Our Chaladon KO'd the Dawn Fan. Let me cross that off my list. Iron Bundle KO'd our Chaladon. And then we got rid of the Araquanid. So I think what we're going to go for is we're going to go for Chilling Water. Yes, we're going to go for Chilling Water or Charm. Charm lowers the target's attack. Or we go for Amnesia, expecting the Iron Bundle to come in. Yeah, we're going to go for Amnesia, expecting the Iron Bundle to come in. So we go for Iron. I didn't even write down that. I wrote down that we'd kill the Iron Bundle. That is not accurate. Okay, so Stuart comes out, which is the Wheezing. We go for Amnesia, which perfect. Chilling Water is a special move, so we're okay being burned, I feel. Azumarill, Chilling Water, yes, it is a special move. So we have our Amnesia up. I think we can go for what does this thing want to do? The Stuart, the Wheezing Galar. Wheezing Galar defensive. Strange Steam does 30, but we're +2 special defense. So I'm okay going for one more Amnesia, just in case. One more Amnesia, just in case. Goes for Sludge Bomb. Okay. Please no poison. Great. We go get our another amnesia off, which is good. So now we're +4 special defense. Amnesia's +2, right? Let me just check and make sure that amnesia is +2. So amnesia raises special defense by 2. And so Galar didn't go for Spring String, went for Sludge Bomb. Okay, and so now we should be able to go lowers the target's attack stat. That's not helpful for us. Now we should be able to go for, do we just go to +6? But do we risk that? Yeah, let's just go for +6. Goes for another Sludge Bomb. Does not do anything. Do we get a poison? No poison. Great. So now we are +6 on our Azumarill. It is almost time that we get a poison off though. So we're gonna go for that we get poison. So we're gonna go for Chilling Water for damage. So he goes for Sludge Bomb. Does not do too much. 204 to 148. Now he gets the poison. Then we're gonna Chilling Water, do some damage, drop its attack stat. It's not a physical attacker, so this is not like perfect. If it has Pain Split, we aren't going to be having a very good time. But with that being there, we're gonna go for Rest. We're gonna go for Rest. He goes for Sludge Bomb again. Rest is gonna help us lose that Toxic as well. So we go for Rest. And we get all the way back up to full health. And then we should be able to go for Chilling Water again. We do take a mandatory turn of sleep, but that is not anything that I am too concerned about. I really don't know how I will navigate this Pain Split thing because we are max HP, max defense. So he is going to switch out. He's going to switch out into so neutralizing gas soars off. He switches out into Thom being the Golem. So we are fast asleep. What is Golem going to do to us? Is it bad that we're asleep? Golem to max HP, max defense it's a 3-hit KO after leftovers. So we're just gonna go for a Chilling Water, hoping that we take 2 turns of sleep. So it's gonna Terra. It's gonna go for something. What's it gonna go for? We Terra. It goes for Terra Ground. So Terra Ground might put this in 2-hit KO range. Terra Ground. Yes. Well, it is a 14.8% chance to 2-hit KO. So fast asleep. And so I don't know. I really don't know anything about Golem. So I don't know if it gets like a setup move. Does it get like Iron Defense? Is that what it's gonna go for? Golem. And so let's just stay and go for our Chilling Water. Slowgon only has like a draft. It goes for Earthquake. So we see the Earthquake come off. Earthquake. Woke up. We go for Chilling Water. Breaks the. And that should break this up. That very much should break this up. And then we get our leftover recovery from 192 to 217. So we're at 217 and 54. At Terra Ground, there is an 18% chance that it OHKOs us. 18% chance that it OHKOs us. I don't think that that's something that I want to risk. Sandy Shocks. Well, after how much HP does it have? Sandy Shocks cannot KO with Earth Power. So we're gonna have to go for a Chilling Water and hope that so it goes for Earthquake. Fingers crossed that we live. 18% chance that it KOs us. Oh, we live on 11. Perfect. So we go for the Chilling Water. That brings it down to Its attack falls, brings it down. What is? Oh, it got like a citrus or something. Okay, it eats a citrus berry. We get our leftovers back. It is faster than us, right? Is that what we discovered? Yes, it is faster than us. Is it faster than everything else that he has? So the iron bundle, won't be helpful for the muck. It might be helpful for. We're gonna go for. What does this do to Kyoshi? Kyoshi, Earthquake does almost half. Sandy Shocks seems to be our best bet, but Sandy Shocks, we need Sandy Shocks for our I think we have to go into our Phoenix skin. We need Sandy Shocks for Muck, because without Sandy Shocks, Muck is going to be awful. So he should go for Earthquake again, or like Sucker Punch or something. Rock Slide. Oh, he's so smart. Oh, that was so good. Oh, he's so smart. That was really good on his crit. Crit. I don't think it mattered. Rock Slide. Rock Slide. Yep, it did not matter. So we see what is it? Golem KOs Moltres with Rock Slide. Okay, and now we should feel free to go into our Kyoshi. We're gonna go into our Kyoshi. We're gonna Terra Water this time. Just because Freeze Dry already did so much, we're gonna Terra Water, and we're gonna go for a Horn Leech. Let me double check that I'm Terra Water, because I do not want to be disqualified for having the wrong Terra. Yep, we're Terra Water, and we're gonna go for a Horn Leech. He withdraws. What does he go into? Goes into Stuart. Is that the Muck? Oh, that's the Wheezing. Completely forgot the Wheezing was there. Go into Terra Water. Go for a Horn Leech, which won't do much. And then we're against the Wheezing again. Wheezing Galar versus the Go-Goat. We should be able to freely go for an Earthquake. We might get burned, but everything we have left is a physical attacker, isn't it? So what do we have left? We have Azumarill, Sandy Shocks. Sandy Shocks against the Wheezing Galar. Sludge Bomb. Does it want to take a Sludge Bomb? Sludge Bomb. We can take a Sludge Bomb. And avoid being burned. So do we need the oh yeah, we're gonna go. Oh no, we need Sandy Shocks for Muck. We don't want to play around with the Sandy Shocks. We're gonna go for Earthquake. We go for Earthquake. It takes it down to a third. Strange Steam does very little because we are AV. And then we should be able to go for another Earthquake and take it out. So we still will. So our Kyoshi is still going to be intact. He might go into like Iron Bundle or something. I don't know if Iron Bundle can take this. His Muck is physically defensive, and that is what we figured out. So maybe Muck would be able to take it, even though it isn't Earthquake. I don't know how we break through the Iron Bundle though. Well, Sneasler. We'll break through the Iron Bundle with Sneasler. So Choice Scarf Sneasler will be able to get through the Iron Bundle. That is another kill for us. Let me be able to make sure I write that down. So Go-Goat KOs Wheezing Galar with Earthquake. Okay, so maybe he probably just did the Strange Steam to get us low. let's see how much that's gonna do. So we have the Golem that is Terra Ground against our Go-Goat. So it's Terra Ground. We're at 225 HP. So 225 HP, and we're Terra Water. So Earthquake would knock us out for sure. But do we want to risk it? We're not gonna risk it. We're just gonna let the Kyoshi go down. Earthquake takes us out 100%. So Earthquake, he goes to Earthquake. We see it should take us out. Yes. Okay. So Golem KOs Go-Goat with Earthquake. I wrote down Earth Whale. Earthquake. Alright. So Sandy Shocks could come in and do some damage. Earth Power doesn't take it out. Does Amon the Sneasler do anything? Sneasler doesn't take it out. So we're going to have to... I think we may have lost this one. We're going to have to go into our Sandy Shocks. We are on an air balloon. Still, we have not lost our air balloon. So Earthquake won't be able to take us out, actually. So we're going to be able to go for an Earth Power. He's probably going to go for something that lets us lose our air balloon. Maybe like a Rock Slide, a Stone Edge, a Sucker Punch or something. But we will be able to deliver 2 hits to him in order to... Oh, and he just switches out. If he switches out into Muck, it's gone. If he switches out into... Oh, he switches out into Courtney, which is the... Oh, and that did so much. Oh my gosh. So, on this thing, we're going to, for sure, go for our Azumarill. And sack off our Azumarill. We're going to switch... We did KO the Weezing, so we're going to sack off our Azumarill, see whatever he wants to go for. Maybe it's this thing gets Flip Turn, doesn't it? Flip Turn might be a good move on him. Does this get Flip Turn? It does get Flip Turn, so Flip Turn probably is going to be his best move. We go into our Katara. It just goes for a straight old Ice Beam. So how would U-Turn be able to take out the Iron Bundle? Would U-Turn be able to take out the Iron Bundle? Oh no, so Sneasler against Iron Bundle. Not Iron Boulder, Iron Bundle. It's Choice Specs. U-Turn would take it out. So let us U-Turn. I think U-Turn is our best bet. We'll be able to come in on whatever it is. Whatever it is does not want to take hits from our Sandy Shocks. And so Sandy Shocks will be able to go for Earth Power as many times as it wants in order to get the damage off on the Golem or the what's it called? The Golem or the Muck. If I were him, I'd probably switch out. Yep, I'd switch out probably into the Muck. He switches out into Esmeralda, which is going to be the Muck. Yep. So we go for our U-Turn. He might be able to go for like a Shadow Sneak or something. I know Alolan Muck gets Shadow Sneak. Does this Muck get Shadow Sneak? And he may just be trying to wear me down so that he can Sucker Punch with the other thing. But so Muck. Let's look. Muck priority. What priority does Muck get? This Muck does get Shadow Sneak. So I think he'll probably go for Shadow Sneak if he has it. We go for Earth Power. Earth Power takes it out completely. So it doesn't go for Shadow Sneak. We're able to write down that KO. Sandy Shocks KOs Muck with Shadow Sneak. Okay, so Courtney comes out, which is the Iron Bundle. And so this is... What does Iron Bundle do to Sneasler? So Iron Bundle to Sneasler. Hydro Pump is the only thing that would KO Sneasler. And Sneasler to Golem. Close combat, it's Terra, oh, it's Terra Ground, it's not Terra Rock. Terra Ground. Close combat would be, it's unlikely that close combat would take it out. So we are going to, and does Hydro Pump take out our Sandy Shocks? Because Iron Bundle, choice specs, Hydro Pump also takes us out. So we're going to go just for a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, probably not the best move I do. So it goes for Ice Beam. Ice Beam does not take out our Sneasler. But so we could have switched into Sneasler there and won. But so Iron Bundle KOs Sandy Shocks with Ice Beam. I just didn't want that to happen. I just didn't want our Sneasler to go down, and then we would have lost 2-0. So Sandy Shock, so Sneasler versus Iron Bundle. Close combat does some. Let me look at it again. So versus the Golem, Terra Ground Golem. Close combat does the most no matter what. We could play around with like a Dire Claw roll. That's not very fun. So we're gonna go for the close combat. Close combat should take out the Iron Bundle. Great. So Sneasler KOs Iron Bundle with close combat. And this thing has 130 defense. That's crazy. So it's looking, yeah, it doesn't even look like a roll. So close combat with 0 defense. So this is max speed, max attack, which I don't even think it is. It definitely has some physical bulk, maybe in the HP, because it doesn't need to be running max speed. Would do 57 to 61. So we go for the close combat. It does not take it out. Maybe we get a crit. Oh my gosh. That is literally the second game just like that, where we lose to just a sliver. So it goes for Earthquake. Earthquake definitely takes us out. And that is the game. We lose 1-0, which I guess I'm fine with. I'm not super happy about it. If we did switch into Sneasler there on the Ice Beam, it would have been a completely different game. But GG's to my opponent, Finley. Next week is week 7 of, I think it's 8 weeks in total. But if you enjoyed Draft League content and enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all again next week.